What is going on, guys? Welcome back here to the channel, and here we are back again on NHL 21 HUT, and with the release of the silver icon Mario Lemieux, that means all the silver icons are out. We now have the 94 Lemieux and the 94 Gretzky, just two amazing cards, and it gave me an idea. What are 5 other silver icons that are worth making? So I'm going to go over that today, give you 5 other silver icons who you may want to consider adding to your team, and yeah, so let's get right into it. So a big disclaimer for the 5 cards I've chosen. I've decided to not have the Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, and Guy Lafleur on here, basically because we know how insane those cards are. I just don't think they're in their own tier, basically, compared to these 5 that I've chosen. So yeah, let's get into the list. So first up is the 90 overall Joe NIEUWENDYK from the Calgary Flames. 2 to Spark, 2 to Gladiator. 6'2", 205-pound center, left-handed. This is just absolutely a great card. I mean, Spark is just, I really find it a bit more annoying to activate compared to Swarm and Distributor. I mean, Swarm, yes, has 2 less points, but still, it's just been kind of annoying for me regardless. I mean, 96 face-offs. He has great speed for a center, even though you can sacrifice speed at the center position. And he's going to be cheaper by just 1 icon collectible than the other icons I'm talking about. But, if you only have 8 and you need a center, this is definitely your guy to get. I mean, Gladiator, it does help him make his card better, but I don't know if anybody's going to be really going after that player-based synergy. But the main thing is 2 to Spark, his height, his weight, and that the fact that he can win a lot of face-offs. I think this is just a really good card all around. So you'll get his speed up to 92 with Distributor and 90 acceleration. That is very good at the center position. Like I said, speed is not as huge of a thing as it is compared to winners. But like I said, I just really like his defensive stats, although his awareness could be a little bit higher, but it's not that big of a deal. Shot is alright. Deking and stuff like that, you're not really going to be looking at that for him, but then again, he is a center. You're mainly looking at him to win draws, get the puck to your wingers, and go from there. So I think this is just a really good card that can work on maybe your third, fourth, maybe even he's your second line center for some players, free to play guys. I can understand that. I just think this is a really good center card that you can put behind Couturier and other centers you have. So that is our first silver icon. Next up is the 92 overall Joe SAKIC, center, sniper, 5'11", 195 pounds, a little bit on the smaller side, but 2 to Distributor is huge, and 2 to Magician. Magician, once again, I don't know if you guys really care for going after that. It's really not going to affect this card, but, the more player synergies you can activate, the more power to you. But, I mean, you can use him as a center or winner. 91 face-offs, that's really good. But then again, he is a very fast card. You're going to get this card up to 93 speed with Distributor and 97 acceleration with Spark. So you could use him on the wing if you do have better centers. But, I mean, the combination of his shot and speed alone is just worth it. And the fact that you're getting +2 to Distributor, I'm sure he can fit somewhere on your team. So, I mean, there's really just not much to say about this card just because he's so dominant. Obviously, body checking is not going to be a strong suit, but then again, he already is 5'11", so I don't think you'd be going out there and using him to hit other people. But his defensive awareness, his stick checking is very, very good. Great deking all around. This is just a sweet card. Coming up next year, we have the 91 overall JARI KURRI, 2 to Barrage, 2 to Howitzer, 6'1", 198 pounds, right-handed shot. Now, big disclaimer, I know there's a lot of people out there who probably have a stacked left wing side and already have a plethora of great right-handed players, but hear me out. Barrage is becoming a synergy, that next synergy after Spark and Distributor. I mean, Swarm is kind of there, but all these cards are getting better defensive-based stats, so to get Barrage, to get +4 to slapshot power and accuracy is huge for your team. Howitzer, another great synergy as well. That can really help on the on your team basically. I mean, you can use him in your top 6. This card is very great. You can use him at center, but he would be better at wing. Like 87 faceoffs is viable, but I don't know if you'll enjoy it per se. And I mean, his shot is practically endgame with or without the addition. I mean, as long as you get Howitzer activated, it's basically endgame. His speed is pretty good. 92 acceleration, 94 speed when you get synergies activated on him. I mean, the only gripe I do have with this card is, like I said, there's so many great right-handed forwards out there. There's Team of the Year Pastrnak, Lafleur, LEMIEUX, if you're playing him on the wing, Stamkos, and the new Ovechkin. I mean, there's just a lot of other better options. But simply the fact that barrage, 2 to barrage and 2 to howitzer, that is very huge out there. And he is just an overwhelm, pretty good balance card. Good, decent body checking, so 6'1", he'll be able to nudge some players off the puck. Good defensive stats as well. I mean, he's just going to work in every area of the ice for you. And literally right beside him in game, we have the 92 Paul Coffey. This is going to cost you 9 icon collectibles. And just a disclaimer, so is the Joe Sakic and JARI KURRI. All these that I'm covering now, 9 icon collectibles. Joe NIEUWENDYK was the only one that cost 8. So looking here at Paul Coffey, 2 to distributor, 2 to thief. If you have that 95 Matthews, you are looking to activate thief now because you will most likely want to play him at center due to his 6'3" size. Paul Coffey is going to help with that. And also, Paul Coffey is just an extremely great card. I mean, look at him. He's going to have 95 acceleration, 93 speed as a defenseman. A little short, only at 6 foot, but he's still going to be an absolute force out there. His shot is just unmatched. Well, I shouldn't say unmatched. Cards are starting to become really good. I mean, just overall, every area that this card is, it's extremely balanced. 96 defensive awareness, 90 strength, 89 body checking is a good combo. I mean, you're not going to be disappointed having this card on the point. He's basically going to be on your team for the rest of the game. Last but not least here, we have the 93 overall John BELIVEAU. 6'3", 205 pounds, left-handed shot, 2 to spark, 2 to thief. So, why I know some people were probably scratching their heads right now because the 88 was not very good whatsoever, but the 93 man has just made this card an absolute force. With Spark activated, you get 94 acceleration, 93 speed with distributor. His speed is already amazing for a centerman. His size is great for a centerman as well. He's gonna be able to win you draws. And you want to get thief activated because look at that, 91 faceoffs that jumps up to you. You can use him on your third or second line. I imagine a lot of people have Couturier, so that's why I'm saying third or second line. But yeah, you get this. So you get him and Coffey. You have thief activated with your Matthews basically if you're going after that card. I mean, shot. It's up there. It's not end game, but it's basically on the brink. Good hands. His body checking is going to be pretty good along with his defensive stats because he is so big. I just really like that combo of Spark and Thief. He's basically an endgame card. I mean, he's basically an expensive version of Sean Couturier, I'd basically say. That's basically, that's basically how I can look at it, just because you're having to pay 9 icon collectibles compared to just upgrading Couturier once a month. But, I mean, this card is absolutely worth it. I'm debating if I should get it. I just don't know if I have room for him on my team, so that's the big issue right now. But this card, I would definitely recommend if you are looking to get a bigger center, but still that doesn't completely sacrifice speed. So yeah, guys, that is 5 silver icons I think you should worth trying to acquire. Let me know if I missed out on any players you think that should have been on this list, and just if you have any video suggestions, let me know. I'll feel free to do them. So yeah, guys, thank you for coming out today. Appreciate y'all. See you guys later.